Hi there, savewith.crypto here. Okay, so I just want to tell you briefly sort of what I've been doing over the last few days, really, while the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum have been going pretty wild, actually. I use TradingView to, map out my trades and stuff and just get an idea of the way things are going. I mean, there are charts on the exchanges, like on Bitget, for example. You've got this chart here, and there's even like a TradingView sort of version there, but it's not as good as the real TradingView, because with the real TradingView you've got access to indicators and all that kind of thing. You've got a few indicators on the exchange ones as well, but you haven't got my favourite ones. And my favourite ones are, it's called Hull Sweep by Silico, and the other one is the VWAP Standard Deviation Bands version 2 mod update. There's a version 2 mod one as well, which seems to be pretty much the same as far as I can see. Hull Sweep shows you a kind of trend type thing going up and down, which is nice. It works better on different time frames, but I like to look at it on the 5-minute time frame. So, for example, at the moment you can see that since we just hit that all-time high a few hours ago, we're on a bit of a trend down, but then I'm expecting that red band there to sort of go a bit thinner. And you can see it's just starting to curl back up again, and hopefully we'll go back up, So it gives you an idea of what the price might do. It doesn't always do exactly what you expect it to, but more often than not, it gives you a pretty good idea. And then the VWAP Standard Deviation Bands version 2 mod is this one here, that gives you these kind of like lower and upper limits. Now the thing is, it will break out of these occasionally when it goes nuts. So, example, with the all-time high today, it did sort of break out the top of the VWAP, and then it came straight back in. It came back to the price it was at this morning. Actually, that one there, I suppose, isn't it? Actually went as low as it was on Thursday morning. Okay, so yeah, it was a reasonable sort of dump afterwards. Now, I kind of guessed pretty much, not even looking at the VWAP, I kind of guessed that 70k was going to be like a psychological limit for a lot of people, where people who'd even bought Bitcoin at the previous top at like 69, they'd be $1,000 up, so they think, oh, we'll sell it at 70k, we've made a bit of money. So I was expecting that to pull back anyway. For that reason, I had an Ethereum trade that was also going up to a fairly psychological $4,000, and I took some profit there. I'll show you that in a moment. That's what I'm using really, is so I'm basically sort of buying around this area and then selling up that area. But obviously you have to keep an eye on this, because it is dynamic and it just sort of spread out as the day goes on, and then it resets at midnight. So you'll see it squeeze back down here at midnight, and then sort of gradually sort of open up during the day. That's basically the basis of my trading, really. And what I do is, when the price has had a really big dump, I try and get to a long entry as low as possible, right near the bottom, so that it gives me a bit of leeway to sort of do smaller trades on top, just by adding a bit to it and then selling a little bit further up, that kind of thing. So the star of the show for me today was this Ethereum one, which was brilliant. So you can see where these green arrows are. That's where I kind of went into a trade, and the red arrows where I came out. Not necessarily fully out, but so I took advantage of that big dump on Wednesday, and I basically went long from down here. And then so I was nicely in profit, and then I've been sort of taking a bit and then adding a bit to it and all that kind of thing as the days go on. And it's this kind of reason that I can't really sort of share my trades or be a copy trader, because it's so like random what I do, and it'd be so hard to follow. But it's really not that difficult. It's just basically I try and not completely close my trade. I tend to, when it's in profit and hits a level where I think it's going to top out, I try and take a bit of profit, and then when it comes back down, I try and add that back in at the bottom of that VWAP thing. That's what I do. And this has been great today. I mean, the Ethereum one, taken $9,563 worth of profit so far today, and it's still just under $10,000. Oh yeah, it's still about $10,000 in profit from the unrealized loss. So that's good. The Bitcoin one, I've taken $1,793 worth out already, and there's still $25,000 of unrealised profit there, and that one's 47% in profit. This one's 31% in profit, so they're doing really well. And I've got to go out in a moment, so I've got them both kind of protected with a stop loss. So if it does come down, it will hit that, and I won't lose any money. So it's all good, And really, what it's all about being patient, looking for the opportunities, So if you see the market crashing madly, hopefully you're not in a long trade which you've let go underwater. And I've done that so many times, and I don't anymore. Now, that used to happen to me a lot when, I'd be looking at the price crashing, and I'd just be like thinking, oh my God, I'm going to get liquidated. And I hadn't set a stop loss. And, sometimes I lost enormous amounts of money, and I didn't really have any money to trade when it went back up. I'm gradually learning, but patience is the key. Patience is the key for looking for those pullbacks. And that one today was great as well, because if we put that on the, say, 5-minute time frame, you can see by these arrows what I did. I actually took profit at $4,000, and then I basically bought back in at 3,800 or so there, and then the price went down a bit further, it went back up again, and now that's nicely in profit because the price is up by 3%. I'm on 10x leverage, so I guess I'm about 30% in profit. Yeah, 32. I mean, that kind of rejection at 4K for Ethereum and the one at 70K for Bitcoin, they were both expected, really. I kind of wish I'd taken a bit of profit on the Bitcoin one at 70K. In fact, chances are it might do that again, so I think I'll do that. I might decide to close it at 70,000, but I'm not going to take it all off the table. Yeah, about that. So close that. So if it goes there again, I'll make 78%, which is like 0.15 Bitcoin. And then if it goes further up, then I've still got 75% of the trade still active. And the entry for that trade is, 64,880. But if it comes down here, once again, it'll hit the stop and everything will be fine. Then I'll just look for a new position. And that's the other thing you need to think, is that you don't necessarily see the trade of your lifetime, and then you have to hang on to it regardless of whatever. It's like these opportunities happen all the time, and they will happen forever. So, there will always be another trade that you can take advantage of. I think you've heard all this kind of thing before, but it's quite weird when it happens to yourself and you have a bit of a revelation, really. So, yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. So let's just see what's happening with Bitcoin. Now you can see, if you look back at the trade, you can see that I did actually do a buy as this candle came down here. So I did actually buy it like 67228, which is kind of against my kind of method of trading, really, because that, I think I was just looking at the lows of this one here. And then I was just thinking that there is a possibility it might come back down to there. What I should have done, though, is just waited a little bit and put my buy order down in the bottom part of the VWAP, because that way I would have caught this one here. Even put like 3 buy orders in, say like one there, one in the middle, and then one at the bottom. Maybe increasing in size or something like that. Because if you catch a bottom like this, it's really, really good. It puts you in a really good position. Anyway, so now I'm in that position because that was just adding to my previous trade. What I'm looking for now is, sure enough, the whole suite there on the 5-minute is going green now. So that's normally a very good sign that the price is going to go back up. The other kind of thing I look for is the MACD, which is the moving average convergence divergence. What I tend to do is look at this on the 1 hour time frame. Now I must admit that isn't brilliant, because that's green, so that could go red again, which would drag the price down. So that isn't so good. If you look at that on different time frames, it might tell a different story. And indeed, the larger the time frame, the more reliable the indicator normally is. So you can see on the 2 hour time frame, it's actually just started to go green, started to go up. That's good. On the 4 hour, this is where it gets interesting. Okay, so the 4 hour time frame, it's still down there, not quite red, it's actually gone pink, but that 4 hour candle closes in 2 hours 33 minutes. Now if this candle here on the MACD, if that can close green, or maybe like the next one closes green, then it should do a similar thing to what it did here. And you can see the price there rocketed up by loads. This is what I tend to do. I'm no TA expert at all, really. That's why, I'm not that good of a trader sort of thing. But, I look for, say, like 2 or 3 indicators indicating to me that there is a possibility that the price might go one way or the other. And that's the basis of my trading, really. Now, at the moment, the general trend is up, so I'm mostly longing. If we do get up to the sort of 80k territory, then I might start doing a few shorts, maybe a few shorts at the same time as I've got longs on as well. So in an ideal world, you're sort of long from somewhere down here, and then you're sort of short from somewhere up there. So whichever way the price goes, you've got various options. I mean, that's a bit of a advanced technique, but I do quite like doing it. So yeah, I just want to show you how I trade. And of course, none of this is financial advice, and please don't do anything just because I've done it. Use what I've showed you to inspire yourself, and if you've never traded before, maybe think about having a little trade. And with all this platform, there's always like a demo account you can use. And say like with Bitget, you've got this demo trading thing where you can do whatever kind of trading you want. I mean, at the moment I'm doing coin M trades, so that's what I do. So then you've got like a demo account where you can practice. But yeah, trading isn't for everybody, but I know a lot of people like the idea of it because you can make a lot of money. And sure enough, this account here is one that I started off with $2,300 back in September. I've taken the original money out, and they're still there, $196,000. And this was actually over $200,000 earlier on this afternoon when we were at the all-time high, with the equivalent balance of like being over 3 Bitcoin, which is amazing. Anyway, if you'd like to use Bitget, then please do use my link, because that gets you the best bonuses on the planet. So if you go to savewith.crypto.org/Bitget, or you could use the QR code on the screen, and that gets you up to a $30,000 trading bonus depending on what deposit you make. And also, if you're an active trader and you've gone through my link and you've done various things, it will enter you for my $1,000 giveaway. If you want to see details about that, just go to my website, savewithcrypto.org, and on the homepage I put a thing about how to win the $1,000. At the moment, there's only 21 people eligible for it, so when that gets to 100, that's when I'll do the draw. So when I've got 100 active traders, you're going to have a 1% chance of winning $1,000. If you like the sound of that, please give the video a like. And while you're down there, leave a nice comment and make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've got the notifications set on all. And above all, tell your friends.